Hey, what's up everybody? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going over the Xbox Series X gameplay reveal event. You know, inside Xbox, first look at Xbox Series X gameplay reveal. And I'm just going to give my thoughts. Like I said, this is just off the cuff, not scripted. Right after the show ended, or it's actually maybe still going, but I didn't finish everything, but I finished all of the core presentation, and I just want to give my raw thoughts on the show and like my final grade or my grade for the show. I think it's cool that they had like, you know, game after game after game. So let's talk about the good first, and then I guess we'll talk about the bad. I think it was pretty cool that they had like game after game, so it was like a good format for the most part. Maybe a little bit too much talking at the beginning that people say, yeah, let's get hyped up and all this other stuff like that. But outside of that, I thought it was cool. Like, you know, they had a nice flow to it. It went from trailer to trailer. I do like, it's like more like a Nintendo Direct, right? So they're definitely doing that more. And I thought that was pretty cool in terms of the flow of it. They had a number of games that we've never seen before, like world premiere or games that are like kind of different or awkward. There's a lot of different types of games that I had no idea about that existed. Maybe some of these games, I heard some people telling me in the chat that some of these games were on PC and they're bringing them over, and some of them, like with one game, there was a game that was just shooting. Sorry that I don't have it up right here. Maybe I can put it up later. But where it was like made by one person, like one Chinese developer made like this crazy game where they were like shooting and slashing people up and stuff like that, and it looked all nuts, which is cool. You know, but overall, like a lot of these games I had no idea about. They were either new IPs or they're just IPs that I've never played. So it's kind of hard for me to give like a like, oh my gosh, like this looked amazing, you know, or this looked really cool, because there, I mean, a lot of it was just like, even like what you guys are seeing right now, it's just like, it's just a bunch of nothing essentially. I mean, it's not a known IP that I know about. So what am I supposed to do? I mean, I guess it looks cool, right? Like this thing right here, but I don't know. I didn't see enough like gameplay for a lot of stuff. So I guess the good was the progression of it and how, you know, how they went from trailer to trailer to trailer like a direct. But the bad was that there wasn't really a lot of gameplay in here. There wasn't really a lot of stuff that actually showed gameplay, because with new IPs or with games that are kind of different, right? You're not your Halos or your Gears or your Mass Effects. We don't know what to expect as much with these lesser known IPs. Yes, there was some gameplay for certain games, and like I said, I don't remember every single game in terms of the names and everything, but a lot of it was just stuff like this that we're seeing right here, just kind of just stuff, you know. And I think I kind of echo the sentiments. Heck, I don't even need these headphones right now. I'm not even listening to anything. So I think I kind of echo what a lot of people were saying, is that like they said gameplay, but it didn't really seem like any of these were actually like how the gameplay would be. Like even like the big reveal, what I was excited for or to see more of was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And we all know how Assassin's Creed games look from like the HUD or the dash or whatever you want to call it, right? And they didn't really show that, you know, or even games that we did know, like let's say Yakuza, like a Dragon. They didn't show the actual how the gameplay looks. I've seen that game. That game was already out on PS4, yet they didn't actually show how the gameplay is when you play it. They just showed a lot of cutscenes or cinematic angles. Like they didn't show the gameplay. So I think that was the main problem that I had. It was like they said gameplay, and yeah, some of it was gameplay, some of it was snippets of gameplay, which is true, but it didn't really seem to me like it was like gameplay trailers. Yes, like I said, guys in the comments, whatever, I know there was gameplay shown for some of these games. I know, right? We just saw some right now behind me, or whatever, or on the screen with me, but it just seemed a little bit too cinematic for my end, you know, or for my taste. I would have liked to actually seen like more of that, especially with Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, they hyped that up as if it was going to be, you know, oh, we're going to get the first look gameplay to work. Like you see your HUD, you see you going through a level, like you actually see like some of the RPG mechanics and all that, and they didn't do that. You know, they didn't do that. They really made it going to be like real how Assassin's Creed, you know, is supposed to be. And they didn't do that with this. Now, do I think that the lineup of these games are going to be good? Absolutely, these games are going to probably be solid. They're going to be good games. I don't think they're going to be horrible, and they're probably going to be fun. But for a presentation, I was a little, maybe, I wouldn't say disappointed, but definitely not like, oh my gosh, this was amazing. Because like I said, they were newer types of games, They were different types of stuff. I mean, like Madden. I mean, you got Madden behind me. You know, like even then, like they didn't even like they showed a little bit of gameplay, but they didn't even show a lot of gameplay of Madden. They just showed Patrick Mahomes, which he's a great quarterback. I mean, but look at those shorts that he's wearing. I mean, like those shorts are really short that he's wearing. Like they're extremely short. He really could have worn something maybe a little bit longer for this presentation. Like, I mean, like they're extremely short, as if he just did not care about what was. I guess when you have a contract that he's gonna get and you win the Super Bowl, this is what you can do. You can just straight up wear panties to the show, and it's fine. But that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. He did what he did. But you know, kind of more on a serious note here. It just seems to me like there wasn't enough actual content being shown for me to be actually excited about this show. For me to be actually excited about this show. And it's hard for me to really give this show a great grade. I do want to talk about one game though that I felt was really, really cool. And I'll probably have to edit it over just so we can talk about it. But that Scarlet Ascent, I think that was the name of the game. Yeah, let me double check. I think it was called Scarlet Ascent. That game looked cool. That game looked really cool. But I'm worried. I mean, not worried, but the gameplay looked a little meh, you know, and like it's Bandai Namco, so they kind of hit or miss on some of their action games, you know. Bandai Namco, they make some good games, but it looked cool. Like it had a nice vibe to it. Obviously, the anime style. It kind of reminded me, like people are saying, like Astral Chain for this game. I mean, I don't know. I didn't get an Astral Chain vibe to me. I mean, I just kind of got like an anime vibe to it, you know. The enemy design was nothing like Astral Chain. When it comes to like the flower bosses, like that was nothing like it. But I mean, I can see why people are saying that. I mean, you're not fighting with legions in this game, you know. So I don't know, but maybe just like the art style. But Astral Chain just has a normal anime slick art style anyway, post-apocalyptic, or just not, it's not even really post-apocalyptic, but kind of like destruction type of style. So I don't know, but I can see why. I can see the comparisons. It looks cool. It could end up being like, you know, like Sword Art Online, like Hollow Realization. It could be like that. It could end up being like that, guys. I mean, it really could. Which, like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic about Scarlet. Oh, sorry, did I say Scarlet Ascent? Scarlet Nexus. I think I messed up the name. Scarlet Nexus. Sorry, I mixed up another game with it. Ascent. There's like a different game with Ascent. Scarlet Nexus. Hopefully I said it right. Now that I said it right. So overall, I mean, it looks cool. It looks cool, but I gotta wait and see. I'm just a little bit like hesitant on Bandai Namco's, you know, action adventure games. A little hesitant, but I think that it could be a solid game for sure. Scarlet Nexus is the game. Yeah, I mean, some people were talking about like God Eater type of vibes. You know, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. Code Vein. Some people even thought it was that beforehand. But overall, we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully, Bandai Namco does not copyright claim me. They probably will, because they copyright claim trailers. So I might have to just use images or something like that. But overall, okay, not so bad, but like everything else was just kind of like, I don't know. Like I said, not enough gameplay, just too small of snippets. There should have been more gameplay of there, but it is what it is. Like, I get it. I think that there's going to be more to be shown. They did say that it's third party, so some people were saying, oh, well, where's Halo? Where's other stuff? Like, I wasn't expecting all of that, so I didn't go into it expecting that. You know, I did go into it expecting more of the gameplay and less of the cinematic stuff, you know, less of that type of thing. But there was some there. I guess on a final note here to go over like my my actual grade for the show, I'll be honest here, guys. Like I said, I didn't go into it expecting a lot, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it a 6 out of 10. And the reason why I'm giving it a 6 out of 10, or maybe even like a D plus probably, is there wasn't enough gameplay of what I was even looking forward to. So, for example, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I was expecting to see the HUD. I was expecting to see like the actual gameplay of how an Assassin's Creed plays, and we didn't get that. we didn't get that at all. So I think that's probably, if I was disappointed about anything, it was just the way that Ubisoft presented Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I thought it was going to be a bit more than that. And honestly, that kind of, I didn't say ruined the show, but if they would have just showed the actual gameplay of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, how it's going to normally look like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like actually like playing it. And I know I'm saying that a lot, but I was really expecting that. They just showed cinematic angles of gameplay maybe, but they didn't show how it was going to be when you're playing it. So if they would have just showed that, it might have went up to a 7 for me. You know, it might have went up to a 7, but they didn't. You know, but overall, it was just, like I said, a lot of just stuff that I didn't know about. So a lot of it maybe is just me not knowing about some of these games, and they're just new. So I'm not trying to hold it against it too much. And I know it was third party, so like I said, I'm not. Some people are giving this like a 3 or giving it like a horrible, saying it's the worst show ever. I'm definitely not going that, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a D for the most part, man. I don't think it was. I would have liked to see more gameplay and what they were doing there. It just seemed like a lot of just stuff just being shown, which is cool. But they hyped this up, man, a lot about gameplay, and it just seemed like that wasn't the case. But like I said, I still think that it was. There was still some cool games shown. Overall, there were still some cool games, and I think that these games are. I don't think that these games are going to be crap. You know, I think the games are going to be solid to good games at the end of the day, right? I think Assassin's Creed is going to be a good game at the end of the day. So you can't knock it too much, but you can definitely give. Them maybe an L or so, an L or 2. And I do want to mention this real quick before anybody just says Nintendo fanboy, all this stuff like that. Okay, I have every single Microsoft system ever made when it comes to normal, you know, systems, their main systems. And right now on the Xbox channel, you know, they started out with like 21,000 likes to like 1,000 dislikes, and now they're at 30,000 dislikes compared 31,000 dislikes compared to 34,000 likes. So it's not just me. I mean, the fans, these are like the hardcore fans that are out there. They're also doing this. So like I said, don't pile up on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this presentation, and it seemed like they overhyped it, just a tad bit overhyped for what they actually showed. But you know, this game looks kind of cool. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know if you guys like content like this. Also, like, subscribe, share the video, do all that good stuff. Subscribe, like I said, if you're somebody new. And we will see you guys for the next one. Peace.